There's no one like you, Jesus. There's no one like you.
Hi. Okay, so I am on my 90-day countdown, kind of. I'm my third trimester. Started today, my third trimester. I'm at 27 weeks. And how I'm feeling has been, well, we went on vacation, went for a 3-day vacation to Bass Lake with our friends, with two of our friends. And while we were there, I totally felt like I wanted to be on vacation because the whole time before that weekend, I'd been looking forward to the weekend, and I was just anticipating my 90 days. I really, for some reason, have been really locked down on that whole 90-day thing, and I knew that it was going to start after that weekend, so I had goals in mind for during my 90-day period for after last weekend. And those goals were that I want to start cutting out all my refined sugars and white flours. Because when I talked to my midwife, I told her that I felt like I was sort of feeling some of the symptoms I read up on for the gestational diabetes. And she said, we can test you if you want to, or, you just change your habits and just make sure you're not doing that. I decided that I didn't want to do it, but that I'd rather prevent gestational diabetes or whatever. I'm getting nutrition, but I'm also really getting bad stuff too. And I'd like to gain control of that during this 90 days. We're at the lake and everything. I was just like, we were walking around and stuff, and a lot of the things that I had problems with, being like sleeping at night, walking around, having aches and pains, and not being able to breathe, and was just as bad while we were up there in the vacation. So it's like, oh, that's right. Just because you're on vacation doesn't mean the reality of what's going on is not happening. It's not going to happen. This whole second trimester, really, I can't speak for my third because I'm not there yet, but I definitely know that during the second half of my second trimester, I've been can't sleep, restless leg syndrome, where my legs literally will not sit still. Back pain, obviously, can't get comfortable. So I turn from side to side, and so I wake up, turn, and it takes me forever to fall back asleep. Forever, like I'm talking about, 30 minutes to an hour, and to fall back asleep. And then once I do fall asleep, something else will wake me up, like a cramp in my leg, or my arms fall asleep, because I'm sleeping on my side now. So no matter which side I'm on, my arms fall asleep. My arms literally fall asleep, where even not just the arm I'm laying on, the arm that's on top falls asleep. So it freaks me out, because it's like I stand up and try to shake it off, trying to get the blood flow back. I stand up and my arm does not come back to life. It just continues tingling, pins and needles, and it's just horrible. So, and kind of scary, because I'm like, what's wrong with my arm? So I end up going on the couch, and you can't lay down when your arm's asleep, because you can't fall asleep when you have pins and needles in your arms, because it's kind of freaky. It makes you think your arm's going to be gone when you wake up or something. And so I lay on the recliner we have now, but even when we didn't have that, I would just get up and stay up, because I guess it's kind of part of preparing for motherhood anyway, because I'm going to be waking up at 4 a.m., 2 a.m., whenever he's awake. And speaking of him being awake, I can feel him be awake while I'm sleeping. Sometimes he'll actually wake me up, because he rolls around and tries to get comfortable. I'm thinking he's maybe readjusting or something, but he does it for a while some points, and I'm like, yeah, it's like he already is here. It's like I'm carrying him, but he's just strapped to my stomach. So he's already here. Justin and I had that conversation yesterday too. He's kind of like, it's weird, because I feel like he's just going to come in on a stork. And I said, well, I know he's there for sure. There's no stork involved. And the other part of my, struggle, the extra weight gain that I definitely felt, my legs, you know, are killing me, and my feet actually really hurts. Really kind of enlightened my eyes to, you know, if I ever gain weight, that's, you know, what it feels like all the time for people who are really heavy, like my whole family. And I used to be really heavy, and I just, you know, so that kind of goes along with how I've been feeling about my weight gain in general. I understand I'm gaining weight and I have a baby in my stomach, but I feel I'm struggling with the reality of that, and then feeling like I'm fat again. Because when you lose weight, like I lost probably 60 pounds, 80 pounds maybe when I was between the age of 16 and 18. Got through obesity basically, and maintained that for 6 years. So here I am, 26 years old, and I'm like back to having big Kendra problems. I know it's not real, but it does feel like I'm obese again. And I'm trying not to be selfish and try not to be vain about it, because it's something I'm doing for my baby. But I think I've also gained weight more than you should. I know I have. It's almost like I'm like betraying the person who was so strong when I was losing weight. Like, it's like I was just being lazy and not honoring their work. myself, my own work. So, I don't know, that's kind of where I feel. I'm like, oh, I don't feel like myself. I don't feel like myself at all. I feel very, not myself. It's been difficult for me because I really don't want to be huge, and I don't want to be, I don't want to view myself like that. I want to view myself as a mother coming into motherhood. I'm a goddess carrying this baby, and it's this adventure, which it can be that great, and I do think about that too, about how awesome it is and how, like, what a miracle. But there's all these other things that are just clouding that so much, with the weight gain and all of the ailments of it, and just being uncomfortable and can't clean the house, you know, like a normal person. Those kind of things, or even just wiping down stuff makes me out of breath, and my lungs have been kind of tangled up lately. I feel like I have to, you know, and I have Braxton Hicks often. When I was up in the mountains and at the lake, my stomach felt tight almost the whole time, I think, because I was walking up and downstairs, because the only way inside the house is upstairs, and up to your bedroom is upstairs again, and then downstairs, all this stuff. So you're walking everywhere. But the good things have been my 90 days. I'm looking forward to being healthier. I have a lot of goals in mind where I want to make an album of singing where I can kind of just do it before baby's born. I'll just maybe 4 songs, but on an album, I'll play the instrument and I'll do the singing part. And I kind of want to make it lullaby style a little bit. I think it'd be really fun. Yeah, I'm planning on doing that during my 90 days. I want to clean up my entire house. Of course, I'm going through the nesting, which is normal. And it's so evident. It's like funny, because I will find myself cleaning and organizing things, and I'm like, yeah, this is part of the deal. I think this is what's supposed to happen, but it makes me feel so good when I get things cleaned up and everything's in their place, and I'm like giving stuff to Goodwill all the time. I've been cleaning things out. My goal is to have the house prepared. Like, there's just some things about the living room that are not really put together, like just the feng shui we always say, but it's just, we only have one couch and it seats only basically 3 people. Because if we had company over and there was 2 other people, it'd be like one person was on the floor basically. So I want to get that fixed up. Just stuff like, so that if I have company over, because I have a feeling, you know, if once I have my child, that I'm gonna have people come over a lot. I want to look nice, and you know, it's just a nice feeling, kind of part of the nesting thing maybe. Like, makes you feel good when everything's clean and organized and nice looking. So, you know, so that's what I've been dealing with. But it's good. There's like a lot of good stuff. It's really cool, like the miracle of having a child in your body, and like, oh my gosh, he's my baby, and we just can't even imagine him yet, you know, how he's gonna look and how he's gonna be. We're like, what if he's totally shy? And I'm like, what if he's totally crazy and like social. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so much fun. If, you know, no matter what he is, shy, outgoing, whatever, I don't know. It'll be so much fun just to see his little personality come out, what he is, and his uniqueness, and I just can't wait to meet him and everything. And so it's been really an interesting process, and definitely I've said, I don't know if I'm going to do this again, you know, but I have a feeling I will, because they say you forget all of these things that happen during pregnancy, that it just leaves your mind. But 9 months of your time to completely forget, I don't know. Doesn't make really much sense. I think I'm gonna remember this. Plus, I have it on video. Talk to you later.